Play it again, Sam. No, I didn't mean you. No, never mind. Today on the Bear Movie Guy looks at Casablanca. It's Class Tuesdays. Oh yeah, this is one of the best movies ever made. Let's talk about it. Brought to you by the Bear Movie Guy. Hi, the Bear Movie Guy, and this week on Classic Tuesdays, I'm looking at Casablanca. Casablanca is a 1942 film directed by Michael Curtis, starring Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman, Peter Lorre, Claude Rains, and Paul Henreid. So if you don't know, let's look at what Casablanca is about. Casablanca is about Casablanca. Casablanca takes place during the Second World War, where Nazis are running rampant all over Europe. And they've taken over Paris, but Casablanca is this little place down in Africa that is run by France, but it's considered unoccupied France. So the Germans are there, but they're not occupying it like they're occupying the rest of Europe. Make sense? But you can't get out of Casablanca without a visa, without signed papers. And the Nazis don't just let anyone out. And the police chief who's in charge of letting people out isn't necessarily the nicest guy in the world, because he kind of likes to take advantage of people. In particular, women. That's another story though. Well, it's still the same story, but anyways. In Casablanca, there is Rick's Cafe Americana, which is an awesome cafe. It's not just a cafe, it's like a bar, and there's like entertainment and all this kind of stuff. And it's run by Rick, who is played by Humphrey Bogart. He's just like the coolest guy in the world, pretty much. He doesn't get involved in politics. He just runs his bar. He doesn't hang out with the people who visit his bar. He doesn't drink with anyone. He literally just runs the place and is cool as anything. The movie kind of takes off when two German couriers are murdered on a train, and they had letters of transit on them. Basically, they have letters that say, no matter who says no, you can travel wherever you want. They're signed by like a high up in Nazi land, I don't know. And basically, they're a ticket to ride wherever you want to go. And someone stole these, killed the two guys. Everyone wants them. Everyone literally wants these papers. And the one guy who has them brings them to Rick and says, can you hold them for me, because I think I'm going to get caught. And I'm hoping I get out of it, and then you can give them back to me. And Rick's just like, whatever, I'll take them for a couple hours, but don't leave them overnight. Of course, that guy gets caught. Now, here's where it gets interesting. A famous revolutionary leader from the underground is in Casablanca. The Nazis know he's there, but they can't touch him really because it's unoccupied France. And he desperately wants letters of transit for him and his wife. His wife just happens to be Rick's ex-lover, who he hasn't seen since Paris and broke his heart. And the rest of the movie is all about, will he give them the letters? Will he not give them the letters? Will he get back together with this girl? Why did she leave him in the first place? And it cuts back to Paris, and it's awesome. Now, it's not a fast-paced movie, but it is an incredibly well-made movie. The script of Casablanca is considered to be one of the best scripts ever written. And you can see why. The story is just so awesome. The writing is tight. There's a lot of fast talking, which Bogart was awesome for. There's one of my favorite scenes, it's just this little thing where the Nazis are talking about Rick to him, like they know him because they've read his dossier. And they go, we know all about you, Rick. And they pass him his dossier, and he looks at it and goes, are my eyes really brown? And it's just one of those lines that went by so fast, but it's just like, I don't care. I don't care that you know about me. Like, it's just, Humphrey Bogart was the best at delivering lines like that. Are my eyes really brown? Huh, didn't know that. This is pretty much his best performance. He didn't get honored for it because the Oscars are stupid, but that's normal. Then you have Ingrid Bergman, who plays Ilsa. Man, this woman was beautiful, like strikingly beautiful. And she could act. She was really good in this. Claude Rains is the chief inspector. Claude Rains, who's also the Invisible Man, which is a great movie. Check that review out if you haven't seen it yet. And he is just a character. Him and Humphrey Bogart together just go at each other, but in the politest way possible, in the funnest way possible. And then you got Paul Henreid as Victor Laszlo, the guy who everyone wants. He's broken out of 3 prisoner of war camps. And they just keep on trying to catch him, and when they catch him, he keeps on getting away. He's excellent. He's all about get rid of the Nazis. Have pride in your own nationality. And the Nazis, of course, are not about that. They're all about have pride in the Nazis, because they're freaking Nazis. Like, I don't have to tell you what Nazis are. You basically know. And if you don't, read a book. Those are those things in the library. Like, it's like internet, but it's on pages and stuff. It's like ancient technology. Consider it retro and you'll be fine. There are some good documentaries about the Nazis too. Just don't watch that one that's Nazis at the center of the earth. And that one where they're on the moon. Like, those are just fiction. I think. Anyway, Casablanca is freaking awesome. The cast, the script, the direction, everything about this movie is just so on point. To the music, it's very iconic. And because it's so iconic, I'm telling you right now, if you haven't seen it, go see it. If you have seen it, you know it's a fully bearded 5 beard out of 5 movie. It is perfect. Ingrid Bergman is beautiful, graceful, and can act. Humphrey Bogart is Humphrey Bogart. Man, that guy was great. And Claude Rains is just fantastic. This is a must-see for any movie lover. You gotta see it. Plus, if you're in a relationship with someone, in like the kissy-kissy kind of relationships, this is a movie you want to watch together. It'll make you feel good. Give you the warm feels right here. Here. So, in the general chest area. Or other body parts, I don't know where you get warm. Look at her, my knee is flaming right now. So, have you seen Casablanca? How many times have you seen Casablanca? I think I've seen it 5 times now. Maybe 4, probably 5. Thanks for watching. If you do the Tumblr and Twitter things, I'll post links for those below. I do those, like update and do written reviews. And until next time, stay bearded, everyone. You've been watching the Beard Movie Guy. He's been talking about Casablanca. It's a classic film. That's why it's on Classic Tuesdays. It makes sense, doesn't it? Every Tuesday, you get a little more classic with the Beard Movie Guy. Beard Movie Guy, making people classic since a couple weeks ago. Anyway, subscribe and tell your friends. And as always, YouTube safely.